you have not watched my last video, pause, go watch my last video, then you can come back and continue. So it'll all make sense. Yeah.
Your body is my ecstasy. Feels like you're my fantasy. Close like what your mind can be. Get freaky with your tendencies. Oh, when you ride with me, baby, get you fire. So feels
Hi
dead
guys, my name is Vanessa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and turn on your post notifications. If you're a returning subscriber, I hope you enjoyed my last video, and don't forget to drop a comment and tap the like button. So yeah, as you can see from the title, this video is a part 2, a continuation of my last video. So if you have not watched my last video, pause, go watch my last video, then you can come back and continue. So it'll all make sense. Yeah. So for context, for those of you that do not know, I was involved in a road traffic accident last year, 2023, on the 20th of May, so like 8 months ago. Yeah. So in my last video, I ended when I was talking about how I was at Levy, Manawasa Hospital, and like my family came, my mom, my dad. That's what I remember. Those are the people I remember most, like my mom and my dad. I think my uncle was also there. And yeah, the police came, they got some statements and everything. And then that same day, I wasn't at Levy for long. I got transferred to Minor Soko here. And then like I was just in and out because like I was in like sedatives and everything. So when we got to Minor Soko, they had to like cut my hair, and my hair was new. They had to remove my nail, which was also new, and like my heart was paining. Yeah, so I did an MRI and a CT scan and ultrasound to check if everything is okay. If you do not know what those things are, Google is your best friend. Google is always your best friend. Yeah, so like after the results came out, it was like really it was really sad because it showed that the chances of me ever working again were very low. I had sustained so much injury in my spine and my spinal cord. My spinal cord had actually ruptured according to, the tests and everything, the scans. After my scans and everything, I was scheduled for emergency surgery because the moment you have such injuries, the sooner you do the surgeries and everything, the better, or like the higher chances you have of like recovering. Yeah, like having a better recovery. So yeah, I got everything ready. Like I got prepped for surgery, and then I went, and like they drugged me. Like I'll put a picture of like me before surgery. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, I'll put a picture how I looked, and then yeah, all I remember was they injected me with like the sedatives, yeah, the anesthesia. I think that's what it's called anyway. They injected me with that, and like I saw like light, and I remember I was chatting with one of the doctors, and like I blinked for a second. By the time I opened my eyes, they were telling me the surgery was over, and my surgery was 8 hours long, and for me it was just like the blink of an eye and the surgery was over. That's how strong these medicines are. And yeah, I had a successful surgery. Yeah, and I think the chances of me working were increased by a bit after that. Yeah. This was me post surgery. So like before the surgery, they had told my family like the surgery is gonna be 8 hours long, so it wouldn't make sense for them to really be around. But like I think sometime before my surgery was over, my dad was just around with his friends. So he was the first person I saw when I came out from surgery. Yeah, and yeah, I got transferred to my room. Yeah, in my Nasoko. And that's what happened. After my surgery, I think that's when everything really became real for me, because like my friends were coming, my family members were coming, and for my friends it was so funny because the moment they enter they'll be crying and I'll also be crying, and then just like everyone is crying, and I feel like for me it was this thing where people were seeing me at my lowest point. Like this was really like my lowest point in my life, and I would just cry most of the time. But for my surgery, like where I had my operation in my back, in my spine, um I wasn't really experiencing a lot of pain. I wasn't experiencing pain at all, but like in the area where the incision was and everything, but like in other areas I couldn't lift my arms, I couldn't feel myself, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't turn myself. That's how bad it was. Like the injury that I sustained was so bad. I was being fed, I was being bathed, I was being cleaned. I couldn't sit up for a very long time, like a very long time. It took a long time for me to be able to sit the way I'm sitting like this without being able to lean on something. Yeah, but like after physio and everything, yeah, everything. Yeah, so like it was really nice just having my friends coming, and I just felt really loved at that point, because like there's people that I didn't expect to come see me, and like everybody was coming, and I really appreciate everybody who came to see me, my friends and my family, and everybody that just supported me and my family while we were going through that hard time. Because I know it, like facts, like this has to be like one of the hardest periods for my family, and like we were really supported emotionally. People supported us like physically, like people who came to stay over at the hospital, like like my bedsiders, like my friends were volunteering, my moms, my everyone, my aunties, like everybody was just really there, and others provided help like financially, because it's like a surgery was not cheap. The room I was staying in was not cheap, because I was staying in I was staying alone in a self-contained room with the TV and the fridge and everything. The wheelchair was not cheap, but everyone, like different people, helped us financially, and I know me and my parents are really grateful for everybody and for everything that everybody did, and like the way you supported us in whatever way you could was very appreciated. And I just really want to thank my friends also for just being there, because I was just living life thinking like I don't think people really like me, I don't really have friends. But like the accident really showed, like what they say, like in your hardest times when you're really down, that's when you see who's really there for you. And I was really surprised to see the turnout of people who were there for me, but yeah, I also realized that Hill has a basement, and that's where I was for some time, but I'm getting better. And one thing my doctor always says whenever I go see him for reviews and everything is that I should always pray to God. We serve a God of miracles. Yeah. People have recovered from worse, and I'm still young, and I should just pray to God, and yeah, hopefully His grace will come through for me, and yeah, I stand on that. And I want to make it clear that I don't hold a grudge against anyone. I don't blame anyone. I don't hold anyone responsible for what happened to me. Yeah, accidents happen all the time. I'm just grateful that everybody made it out alive, and everybody is safe, and everybody is well. Yeah, I'm just hoping to make a full recovery after all of this. It's been traumatic. It's been but I've had my friends and my family to show me support during this hard time. And also, let me make mention that the hospital personnel at Manasoko, everybody was so kind, and I've never been admitted and I've never been in hospital for that, but I know how it is in these public hospitals, but Manasoko is a military hospital, and everyone was so nice. They even used to call me the Kasuli of Manasoko, and I think the only time they really got irritated was because everybody used to come. I had so many visitors. Everybody knew hey, room 6, subspecial wards. Hey, all these people coming and everything, coming and going. Yeah, but even the people, the nurses from where I reached, at the emergency section, they used to come see me. Nurses who are not on duty, for me, would come and pay me a visit and just check on me. And I was really grateful for that because I was really going through a hard time. And like, you know, why you move from being able to do everything for yourself to being incapable of doing something as simple as brushing my own teeth, feeding myself. Like, I couldn't do any of those things. Like, it was really bad. And I feel like one of the hardest times though was the day I came home. I'll put a picture here of like how I was transported. Like I couldn't, my spine was still like I didn't set up for like 2 weeks. So I had to be moved on a mattress and like something kind of solid so that my back wouldn't arch in any way. And like it was really a lot. And like when we got home, you know, where my cousins had come, all the workers' children, like everybody had come to help my parents, like get me out of the car. And that was just, I felt really bad. Like I feel like people seeing me in such a vulnerable state is what used to make me cry the most. Like I was just always crying. I was just it was really really bad. And even just like at the hospital, even like praying, I wasn't really angry at like anyone, but like I felt like why would God let something like so terrible happen to me? So like when my aunt is telling me like no, let's pray, I'll just say I'll pray another day, I'll pray another day, I'll pray another day, all the time. Like I asked us to say that. And the day I actually prayed, I started praying and I just couldn't do it. I just started crying because I was really angry at God, but I wasn't okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much what it was like. And like I'm just grateful to have made it out alive, and I'm grateful that everybody made it out alive. Yeah, and like everybody is better than they were 8 months ago. I'm also better than I was 8 months ago. The fact that I started physio early and I did my surgery as soon as possible, that all helped me out. Yeah, so like while I was in hospital, like I really just wanted to come back home. Like I was always telling my doctors like I want to go home, but like they had to monitor me for some time and make sure that I could go home. I didn't even stay in hospital for long because every time my doctors come, I'll just be like, I want to leave, I want to go home, I want to leave, I want to go home. But like I had a tube in my back that was like releasing spinal cord fluid, and the moment the spinal cord fluid like goes the wrong direction like to your brain or something like that, it can cause complications. So they had to make sure I was okay enough to leave the hospital and go home with that yeah, and like the spinal cord fluid wouldn't go to my brain or anywhere where it's not supposed to go. Yeah, so like when I came home with a nurse to be helping me with like cleaning my wound and making sure I was just okay. Yeah, so that was what it was kind of like. So if you've reached this far, it means that you have reached the end of my video. If you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and yeah, leave a comment. And I just hope I've cleared up things, because I know, like I said in my last video, like a lot of things I said, like people have been saying a lot of things. So yeah, I'm just grateful everyone is okay. I don't hold anyone responsible, like I've said before. I don't hold anyone responsible for what happened to me. Yeah, and I'm just grateful for everybody's love and everybody's support. God bless you all. Bye. But I won't bow down. And I forgot to mention, yes, I look good as usual.